Atlantic Lottery is proud to sponsor important community initiatives like this year's Canada Games.
Calling St. John's unique is like calling a humpback a goldfish. It's wildly different here.
Hello.
Hi, remember me? We bought your old house.
Yes.
We brought some mail.
Oh.
Hey.
The diaper subscription. I forgot to cancel it.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet the memories are coming back now. The Bebo app helps you keep an eye on where your money's going.
Like how?
Well, for one, it would have told you this subscription price had gone up multiple times.
It's a lot of diapers.
Well, extra's good. So where's the baby?
Oh, he's right here. This is the baby.
And that ain't no baby.
I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. Now or never, it's my time. It's my time. It's my time. I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. Now or never, it's my time. It's my time. It's my time. I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. Now or never, it's my time. It's my time. It's my time.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's the game that Canada has been waiting for all week. Wherever you're watching from, we're very happy to present to you the gold medal game of women's basketball from the 2025 Canada Summer Games. Seth Hyde and Matt Little on the call in what is a rocking Munn Field house. It definitely all comes down to this for both of these teams. This is all they've played for all week. They want this gold medal. They don't want anything else. All the hard training, the years and years of practicing, and it all comes down to this. Both teams making their way to center to kick off this gold medal game from the oldest city in North America at St. John's. Newfoundland and Labrador has been the wonderful host of the 2025 Canada Summer Games, and a clash of the heavyweights coming up here now. Ontario and Alberta, we have tip-off and liftoff in this gold medal game. Ontario gaining first possession. It's Robinson swinging it outside to Corrigal, who puts it off the rim to get this started. Well, the Alberta bench making lots of noise so far to cheer on their team as Gus has it. Amanda Gus holding on the outside, kicking it to Gibb, puts it up for three, and it's off the rim. Brought down by Richardson. Kicks it back out, and another one off the rim, and Richardson will get the rebound. Olivia Richardson to Gibb. Back out high for Gus. The quick-moving point guard will swing it outside, and that one hit the fingertips of Ontario. And a jump ball coming up, and possession going Alberta's way early on in this gold medal match.
Hard to follow the bronze medal match we just had over on the men's side of the bracket. Came down to the final absolute seconds of that matchup. BC coming back from nearly 20 points down to take the bronze medal over Quebec. Good luck following that show, ladies.
They were looking like the Indiana Pacers out there in that game. They only led for 46 seconds while Quebec led for 35 minutes. That was an absolute showstopper here at the Munn Fieldhouse, and the first of two gold medal games, both featuring Ontario and Alberta. Visjevak turning the ball over. It's Robinson. Back for Murray. Murray cutting to the paint, putting it up, and still no points in the first minute of this gold medal matchup. Well, it's Amanda Gus bringing it forward. Gus switching to her left, swinging it out. Three-point ball is up, and it's good! A three by number 3, Pippa Gibb, to get this game started. The first points are on the board for Team AB. Now handed off for Robinson. She'll swing it out to the right. Played back in by Corrigal under the rim for Winard, and she couldn't get the shot off. Now back the other way comes Ontario. It's Corrigal busting in. Passing it back. She'll grab the ball once again. Ayla Corrigal will reset. It's Robinson. Robinson making her way around, puts it up. Shot is off. Alberta will snag the rebound. It's Amanda Gus leading the charge. Gus hands it off to Gibb. Gibb in the paint. Wonderful pass. It's up and good. Olivia Richardson, the rebound maestro of Alberta, tapping it off the glass and making this 5-0.
Pace starting to quicken just a little bit here, Seth. These ladies growing into the game.
Here's Scarlett Smith. Taking it to Winard, who tries to put it up and looks to collect her own rebound. Couldn't get it, as it's Nanny who will play it out to Gibb. In for Newman. Kicks it out for Richardson. Into the paint for Nanny, who puts it up, and the floater's good. A 7-0 start for Team AB. Well, what a way to get things started here in this one for Team Alberta. They didn't come all this way from the West Coast for nothing, as it's Corrigal taking her time. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Corrigal attempts to kick it out. It's given away. And Team AB looking to make their way down, but it's coughed up. Floaters up in the air. Ontario still looking for their first points of this gold medal game. Almost 4 minutes into this matchup. And Richardson, just the reflex there to duck a ball coming at her, as that'll go out of play. And some substitutions coming in.
Stay calm, Ontario. It will come. I'm sure they didn't see themselves going in down 7-0, 3.5 minutes into this match.
Well, with the exception of the Nova Scotia Alberta, or the Nova Scotia BC game earlier on, the team that starts off hot is usually the team that ends up losing the game. As we saw, PEI earlier today only got 2 points in the first 5 minutes of the first quarter. They ended up blowing out Team New Brunswick. Same in that BC game, which we talked about before this one. Down by 20-plus points to Quebec, coming back and winning on one of the final plays of the game. Definitely recommend going back and watching that one if you didn't see it already. Ontario probably just being told to relax there in the huddle. Their coach, Christine Hyde, one of the best last names in this tournament, maybe even the best, telling her team just to settle down, stay calm. It's only early on in this tournament, or in this game, excuse me. It's not early on in the tournament, it's the last game.
No, but that has to be the message right now. Hey, we didn't get to the gold medal final by accident. Everybody chill out. Everybody, please don't start to panic. We only just started this game. It's a 7-point game. That is nothing in basketball.
Making her way to the rim, and Ontario's on the board. It's the sub, Kayla Bailey, making her way up, tapping it off the glass and in, and Ontario finally on the board. Now it's Gibb playing it into the paint to Richardson, and she'll draw the foul and head to the line for 2 shots.
Our very first free throws of this gold medal final.
First one is off for Richardson. We're noticing a bit of a big 3 forming between Gus, Gibb, and Richardson early on in this game. They have had quite the connection, looking like Rodman, Pittman, and Jordan out there so far. Still lots of time left to go in this game. Ontario trailing by 5 as they inbound the ball and look to get going here. To Maya Robinson. Handing it off. Moving in is Bailey to the rim. And this will go to Team Alberta. And subs coming into the game for Ontario. Shantae Murray coming in. Scarlett Smith out. Here's Gibb. Pippa Gibb hands it off. Olivia Richardson. Back for Marshall. Marshall to the corner. Wide open is Gibb. She says thank you very much. Her second 3 of this gold medal game. 6 points for her. Over half of Alberta's points in this gold medal match. A sizzling start for her in this one. As it's Shantae Murray putting it into the paint, rolling away, and just can't get that friendly bounce. Svarhag, as that's coughed up. Mazuka will play it behind, and a nice spinorama by Robinson. Robinson out to the top, put up for 3, it's good for the first time this game. Ontario from beyond the arc, and it's Shantae Murray who just checked into the game, knocking down that 3-pointer. There's Richardson, kicking it out for Marshall. Marshall over to that corner side for Hall. And it looked like we have a shooting foul. 3 shots coming up, and I think Richardson, or no, that is going to be Hall heading back to the line. So Hayden Hall shooting 3 shots here.
Hall, 16-year-old out of Calgary.
This is the first one.
A lot of this Alberta team out of Calgary. Not exactly a massive surprise there. A few from the provincial capital of Edmonton and outside there as well. She drains the second ball.
Well, a fast-paced start to this gold medal game. Not too much nerves in this one so far, as that one just rolls in and out. Ontario getting on the move. It's Kayla Bailey. First one on the board for the ladies in red. Robinson out to Murray. Only 3-pointer for Ontario so far, and now she'll add a 2 as she kisses that one off the backboard. 7-11 getting free marketing here on our scoreboard. Here's Marshall coming up, left all alone. Lonelier than a person in a resettled community, bringing that all the way to the bucket and laying it up for 2. Here's Robinson holding onto the ball. Back out for Bailey. Mazuka will take over. Taking it out for Robinson. Got to put it up now, and it's just off the mark. Alberta couldn't keep it in play, and now a dangerous inbound for Ontario.
Ontario trailing 6, but we are still early on here. 3.5 to go in the opening quarter. Already 5 different Alberta players scoring at least a point, Seth. Only 2 have found the score sheet for Team Ontario.
Played way out for Bailey. Bailey almost at the halfway line. We'll pass it off for Murray. Giving it back for Bailey, who will throw that up. A couple of bounces, makes its way back for Team Berta. It's Marshall. Off, put up by Gus, just off the mark, as Ontario swinging it out to the side. It's Robinson coming in, puts it up, couldn't get that one to fall. Ontario, a bit of a miscommunication there, as that Ball heads into the crowd. Unfortunately, no souvenirs for any fans here. Just 2:49 left to go in what's been a fast-paced first quarter of basketball. It's been an absolute pleasure to watch so far.
Now, if you're looking to snag a game ball, this is the wrong sport. There are other opportunities, just not basketball.
Here's Amanda Gus putting a floater up. That's lovely from her. Amanda Gus putting that right up in the air. 15-7 for Berta.
Alberta's 6th different scorer.
Wow. Great variety from that team. It's trickling down the lineup for them. And 6 scores in the first quarter is very, very impressive. There's a 3-ball up by Ontario, almost fell. Visjevak couldn't get that one down. As it's Alberta now with a chance. And 2 shots coming up for Team Alberta with 2:01 left to go.
That's Newman to the line for the shots.
Ashley Newman. Shooting 2 for Berta. First one is off. And here's a replay of that foul right there. Yeah, you see the touch of the arm. Newman's second one falls down. So Dongelman's coming in for Ontario. Corrigal checking back in. Shante Murray. Back to Corrigal. Corrigal kicks it out to Dennis and looked like they were going to get the friendly bounce.
That was close.
To Olivia Richardson. Out to Pippa Gibb. From downtown. Just wide, but kept in by Richardson. Turned over to Shante Murray. Murray to that corner. Visjevak sends it out to Corrigal. Corrigal twisting and turning, winding and weaving. And it will come down on the baseline here for Ontario. Ayla Corrigal leaps back to her feet. More substitutions coming in. It's Emerald Nanny checking back into the game. Visjevak puts it up, and that's good. Nina Visjevak with a huge three-pointer for Team Ontario there. Looked like that was pretty close to the line, but Ontario will take it as that's played back in for Richardson, who can't get the layup. Now it's Corrigal leading the charge back up the other way for Ontario as they have some life. Shante Murray holding onto the ball. Kicks it out, wide open 3 for Dennis. It's good. Ocean Dennis knocking that one down from downtown Toronto.
That's big for Ontario. Back-to-back three-pointers.
Oh my goodness! A pull-up 3 by Ashley Newman in your face. What a shot from her. Disrespectful to Ontario.
And answering the threes from Team Ontario.
Here's Corrigal now, busting in. Can't get the shot to fall. Just 4 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. They can't get the shot off. 1.5 remaining. Alberta gonna inbound. And let's see if we can get the shot of the tournament right here. Richardson will inbound. Gibb puts it up. Oh, just wide. Great attempt by Alberta to conclude an action-packed first quarter of basketball. 19-13 is the lead. Well, myself and Matt Little will be back for the second quarter after a short break. You're watching the 2025 Canada Summer Games.
Now you can shop smarter at Canadian Tire with same-day pickup or same-day delivery, so you don't have to shelve projects for later. Shop smarter at Canadian Tire.
Calling St. John's unique is like calling a humpback a goldfish. It's wildly different here.
Atlantic Lottery is proud to sponsor important community initiatives like this year's Canada Games.
A strong performer uses power wisely. The Toyota BZ4X is the official electric vehicle of the 2025 Canada Games. See our full electrified lineup at shoptoyota.ca.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're back again for the gold medal match here at the Munn Fieldhouse between Team Berta and Team Ontario. And here's how these teams got here. Ontario, very excited to put that plaque up on the wall for the gold medal game. There's them posing in front of it. And now here's Alberta. Watch this. Oh, yeah, not too excited. Never mind. They're excited about that. Laying that up next to Ontario. They have a 19-13 lead as we kick off the second quarter. Matt, what a thrilling first quarter of basketball.
That was really good. I mean, a wonderful start for Alberta, up 7-0. Ontario settles it down. They drop some threes. Looking for more here. But a good close game.
Verhaag will draw the foul, head to the line for 2 shots. Just 23 seconds into the second quarter. First time Ontario's been at the line tonight. Verhaag will knock down the first one. Second one bounces up, comes back down. Alberta going up the other way. It's Richardson. Straight into the paint. Ashley Newman puts it up. Rolling ball, just didn't decide to go in for Ontario. Now it's Richardson. Richardson making her way in. She'll play it out. It's Gus for 3. It's good. Gus from downtown Red Deer putting that one in. 22-14.
Gus has 2 scores in the game, both of them from long range.
Here's Scarlett Smith laying it out to Cora Gale. Cora Gale puts it up at the buzzer of the shot clock. Nanny gets the rebound as Amanda Gus brings it up the other way. Here's Gus coming in. Oh, lovely no-look pass to Nanny. That is highlight reel stuff by Amanda Gus, and the finish by Emerald Nanny.
Alberta starting to pull away just a little bit more once again, but Ontario right there.
Oh, they'll get the and one. Avery Verhaag going back to the line. Well, look at the replay of this. Cora Gale with a wonderful ball through the crowd.
Very impressive as she takes the bump there, but still able to keep that ball going up where she wants and get it to drop.
Verhaag will get the three-point play. 24-17. Ontario still looking for something to go their way here in this one. That was a good start as they look to gain some momentum Okoli lays it out for Marshall, who took the shot anyway. We'll see what the call was here. So it will be Ontario ball on the sideline. There's the infringement coming up right there. Yeah, collision, multi-person collision right there. Here's Robinson. Going to snag the ball, jump ball coming up, and this is Alberta's possession. Marshall gave it back to Gus, and now Gus has possession. Gus will flip it up for Nanny. Nanny patiently waiting. Handing out to Newman. Now from the corner is Gus. That one hitting the rim. And up the other way comes Ontario. It's Shantae Murray leading the charge. Sends it over to Robinson. To Visjevac. Sending it over. Beautiful pump fake to buy this three for Ontario, and they just can't bank it in. But it's snatched right back right away, and they'll head to the line once again. Shantae Murray going for 2 shots. Murray can't get the first one to go down.
Murray, the 17-year-old out of Mississauga, WNPA Athlete of the Year this year. That bounces away as well. Also an OSBA First Team All-Star and BWB America's First Team All-Star, all just this year.
Wow, what a year for Shantae Murray. And this would be a nice cherry on top, for sure. A gold medal at the Canada Summer Games. Ontario, of course, the home of Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, the NBA's next talent, Canadian talent out of Hamilton, Ontario. Shea Day was a week ago. Marshall will put it into the paint. A nice roll by Okoli. She'll get it again. Okoli puts it up, and now she'll head to the line. Alfreda Okoli shooting 2 shots.
Coley, the one player on the Alberta roster whose hometown is listed as Toronto, Ontario.
Oh my. What a traitor. No, just joking.
We see it all the time. People move.
Well, playing against her home province here, maybe with a chip on her shoulder. As it's going to be stolen, and definitely a chip on her shoulder. Okoli lost it for a bit, but she'll make up for it with the layup. The Ontario native terrorizing Ontario right now. 27-18. There's Shantae Murray going back up. Rebound snatched down by Nanny. As it's Gus who will bring it up. Here's Gus. Might be tiny, but quite mighty out on this court for Alberta. As she kicks it out to that corner. It's Newman putting it up. Rebound snagged by Visjevac. Ontario making some nice passing around the perimeter here. As it's Mazuka. Back out to Robinson. Robinson holding onto the ball. Makes her way to the paint. Puts it up high. And it just rolls off the rim. 2 shots coming up for Amaya Robinson. And substitutes coming in. Olivia Richardson checking back into the game for Emerald Nanny. Or no, Emerald Nanny being told to go back on. It's going to be Alfreda Okoli coming off. And coming in for Team Ontario is Keila Bailey. Amaya Robinson at the free throw line. First one falls. I'd also like to give out a shout out to my English teacher who's watching right now, Kieran Smith, or Mr. Smith, I should call him. Oh my goodness, he's going to kill me for that. He's huge basketball fan, huge Raptors fan. Also had him in novel cinema this year as well. So a shout out to him. I know he's watching. Wasn't sick of me having me in 2 periods during this school year, as Ashley Newman will lay it up for 2 points. Robinson moving it in at the top of the key. Back out high for Robinson again. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Now they got to get a shot off quickly. Robinson will pull up just off the backboard. And a stoppage in play, and Alberta will get the ball. Well, a second half of no complaints for Team Alberta so far.
Continuing to lead by 9 as they take just a quick look over at the medal table. Quebec on top right now with 95 total medals, 34 of those gold. Ontario has the most gold medals with 35, 92 overall. BC in third with 59, Nova Scotia 44, Alberta with 39 medals.
Well, one thing's for sure, it will become 40, but obviously they want to make that become 40 in a golden way.
And all 10 provinces have multiple medals. The territories still looking to get onto the board. Host team Newfoundland and Labrador has 2 silvers and a bronze.
Well, we talked about this all week. The territories never medaling in the summer or winter games here in Newfoundland and Labrador. 0 in Corner Brook, 0 in St. John's in '77. But still 1 more week for them to at least get 1, as Ontario will head back to the line.
Sprawling right into our camera down there under the basket.
Maya Mazuka brought down right there. Ball comes down and hits her in the head as well to make that even worse. First one doesn't go. That's why there's 2. Well, what a crowd here for this gold medal matchup. And that'll roll out to Ontario, not with the luck on their side so far. It's Marshall. Along the top, handing it off to Newman. For Nanny. Nanny putting that up. Oh, that's beautiful. Absolutely splendid by Alberta. Hayden Hall gonna tap that off the glass and give Alberta 2 more. Well, moved into the key, put up and good. Shantae Murray with the fade off. Here's Gus. Playing it just inside 3-point range there, and a miscommunication. That'll roll out of play with just 3:17 left to go in the first half. Again, we talked about this a lot, but this has flown by so far. Time moves by when you're having fun, Matt.
Certainly does, Seth, certainly does. Basketball winding down at the 2025 Canada Games. Just the gold medal matches remain, this one and the men's to follow. Another same matchup between Ontario and Alberta.
Well, Murray going to go back to the line here. 3:03 left to go in this second quarter. Here's the infringement in the paint. Going up for it and a bit of contact there. The arms look straight up. So Murray going to miss the first one. Murray seeming pretty relaxed there with a smile on her face. I guess she saw the last game and the comeback we saw on that. She knows that there's still plenty of time. As that one just rolls out again. Something on the go with that rim on that side of the field house. as it's Marshall along the top. Handing it over to Richardson. Playing it into the paint. No basket. And Alberta will get possession. Yeah, there's the hold right there on the side of the jersey. Ocean Dennis knew it right away. You could see in that replay. I gotta say, the teams that seem to have made the Final Four in this tournament seem to have a lot of depth at the guard role. Team Alberta, their numbers 1, 2, 3, Ailey Marshall, Amanda Gus, and Pippa Gibb are all fantastic at guard. You can move them around. You can have one play point guard, one play shooting guard. Doesn't matter which one of those three you use. And that is absolutely crucial to have that depth in your lineup. And as we can see by this scoreboard, it's working out for them so far.
Alberta continuing to put points on the board, 33-22, an 11-point advantage as Ontario looks to close it.
Yeah, you can't give Ocean Dennis open space like that. She will punish you. A wide open three-pointer to cut this lead to 8.
Not her first 3 of this first half.
Well, Gus will leave it for Marshall. Marshall kicks it over for Richardson. Got to get the shot off quickly, but it'll bounce out of play. It will go Alberta's way with 0.1 left to go on the shot clock. What are they going to do here? Not much.
I think that's the right answer, Seth. You need some pretty fast hands to make that work.
Right in, there's the shot clock violation. Pretty much a death sentence for Alberta right there.
Another 2 or 3 tenths, they would have had that off.
Well, here comes Amaya Robinson. This Jimback sends it over, turned over to Team Alberta. It's Marshall. Beyond the arc, will play it into the paint now. Kicked out to Marshall once again, who comes in and travel against Alberta. Travel day is tomorrow, not today here at the Munn Fieldhouse. That's a tough one to take for Marshall.
Now, still just a great job by Hayden Hall to reach out and take that one away, make the steal for Team Alberta. You don't get anything for it on the scoreboard, but holding back Team Ontario.
Here's Shantae Murray. Moves in, stuffed. What a block by Ella Ouch. Pass into Ouch again in the paint, and she'll go to the line for 2 shots. Well, it looks like we're going to have a drum line come in here for the halftime show. I mean, if they needed singers, Matt, I think that we could have helped out this drum line for sure.
I helped point them to where the cameras were. I'm not going down and getting involved.
Second free throw is good. As Team Ontario looking to at least make this interesting before the half.
Not bad, 9-point difference, and in possession right now. Could make it 6.
Robinson just couldn't get that shot to fall. Maybe we'll see in this second half if Ontario can get those rolls. As there's one for Alberta. Ailey Marshall for 3 points. .20 seconds left to go. Ontario signaling a play here, as it's Robinson who will pass it off for Dennis. Back to Robinson again. Kicks it over to Visjenvak, who puts it up and wide of the rim. And out of play with 5.6 left to go. We'll see if Alberta drains out the clock or goes for one last gasp in this first half of basketball. Well, we're going to have to find out after this timeout, as Alberta going to make the suspense even greater here.
Now, I'm trying to track things along the way, and I will, of course, always divert to our official scorers because they know what they're doing, as opposed to me, who's doing the best he can. But by my unofficial scoring right now, Seth, I've got 10 Alberta players with at least 2 points.
Wow. What a stat for them in this first half. Again, the variety just trickling down the lineup. Everybody showing up to play in this gold medal game, and that's what you like to see from the girls in white here.
Yeah, nobody scoring a ton of points personally, but everybody getting involved all up and down the lineup, full use of the bench. And yeah, seeing that depth is something, when you can rely on that, when you don't have to have this person and this person on the floor, you can just rotate whoever's fresh. It just gives you so many options and such an advantage to be able to have in these sort of situations.
And let me just say, a lot of people would look at these Alberta and Ontario teams and say, oh, they got it so easy. It's so hard to make one of those teams. Like, it is so difficult with all the people that live in those provinces to make one of those teams. You got to give respect to every single player on this team, regardless of how many points they put up. Here's Nanny. Didn't get it off in time. Shot won't count. As it's 37-25 for Alberta at the half. What a great first half of basketball here at the Munn Fieldhouse. But as we learned from last game, this game is not over. Folks, we'll be back for the second half of action after a short break. Seth Hyde, Matt Little on the call.
Hey, where could I find these shoes? Heads up!
Whoa.
Keep up this back to school with Adidas at Sport Check.
At Canadian Tire, we're here for all-day summer play. From the yard to the park, find all the games you need for non-stop family fun.
Hello.
Hi, remember me? We bought your old house.
Yes.
We brought some mail.
Oh.
Hey.
The diaper subscription. I forgot to cancel it.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet the memories are coming back now. The BMO app helps you keep an eye on where your money's going.
Like how?
Well, for one, it would have told you this subscription price had gone up multiple times.
It's a lot of diapers.
Well, extra's good. So where's the baby?
Oh, he's right here. This is the baby.
And that ain't no baby.
Welcome to Canada Games House, proudly presented by Canadian Tire, a place where Canada Games athletes, their family, friends, and supporters get to come gather, celebrate, and chill out. Suivez-moi, allons voir. Within these walls, we welcome, accept, and respect everyone.
C'est vraiment un espace incroyable dans une site formidable au centre-ville et on a hâte, tous les provinces et territoires s'intéressent pour être ici, puis même les familles.
I actually wasn't expecting this. It's really cool to have a place where your parents can kind of be a part of it as well.
There's a lot of activities kids can do, ping pong or foosball.
I think it's great that we have a place to come here to unwind. It's a great little community inside of the games.
It just has a warm sense of atmosphere about it when you walk in here.
Canada Games are about safe sport, about culture, about good vibes only, and that we have a space that celebrates all of those values.
Thank you, Canadian Tire, for making the Canada Games House a reality. Au revoir et profitez de votre temps aux Jeux du Canada.
One of the things to me about the Canada Games is it's truly integrated. We have athletes with an intellectual disability, with a physical disability.
Puis juste être inclus. Je pense que souvent, on est mis un petit peu de côté quand on est un peu plus jeune, puis qu'on est différent, puis qu'on a un handicap. Puis là, être à ces Jeux-là, c'était comme toute une grosse équipe.
It's important to have representation and to acknowledge their different perspectives of life.
When the opportunity is there, show up. The older you is gonna say thank you.
If you believe in yourself, you can make anything happen.
That's the Canada Games.
It starts with a spark and becomes a guiding light. Teamwork, friendship, getting social. When the games are gone, the games go on. Orange Store. Fuel the spirit.
Legends aren't born. They're built. Icons don't become icons overnight. What you hear about is the achievement. What you see is the result. But greatness is built on wellness. So here's to heroes unsung, efforts unseen, and distant dreams humbly attained.
We've heard it said, nobody comes here for the weather. And yet, every spring, here they are.
I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. No, never, it's my time. It's my time. It's my time. I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. No, never, it's my time. It's my time. It's my time. I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. No, never, it's my time. It's my time. It's my time.
Recycling sounds good on its own, but when it's done right, it's even more rewarding. And with Green Depot's express service, there's no waiting. Just drop and go. Who wouldn't love the sound of that? Visit greendepotnl.ca to learn more.
This is a place where imaginations can run wild. Maybe it's time to come set yours free.
For generations, we've been nurturing the communities where we live and work. Providing space to grow and preserving the environment that surrounds us. Because we understand that when we invest in communities, we invest in the future. Crosby, committed to community.
Introducing Vimeo Streaming, an all-in-one platform designed to help you turn your videos into a successful streaming business. Build your own custom branded app and connect with your audience across all platforms and devices without writing a single line of code. Deliver high quality, reliable, and secure video experiences, live or on demand. Turn video streams into revenue streams today.
Be seen, be heard, be remembered. Canadian AV, proud supporter of the 2025 Canada Summer Games.
It takes a village to raise an athlete. For more than 120 years, Marine Atlantic has connected our sports communities with the people, places, and games they love.
Precision, vision, and strategy. The skills that make a great golfer are the same ones that make a great law firm. McInnes Cooper, an official sponsor of the 2025 Canada Games. Meet us on the course. Come celebrate our sponsorship on August 22nd.
I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. No, never, it's my time. It's my time. It's my time. I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. No, never, it's my time. It's my time. It's my time. it's my time, it's my time, it's my time.
I am yellow today. I shine my light out like the sun. I am blue today. Calm as glass and cool like the sea. I'm a rainbow today. All the colors.
Newfoundland and Labrador.
Gatorade. With electrolytes to help replenish what's lost in sweat. Carbs to help fuel your working muscles. And fluids to help you hydrate. Scientifically formulated so you never stop competing. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel. Gatorade.
A full life means something different to everyone. However you define a full life, we're here, paving the way for better access to care and empowering you every step of the way.
I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. Now or never, it's my time, it's my time, it's my time. I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. Now or never, it's my time, it's my time, it's my time. I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. Now or never, it's my time, it's my time, it's my time.
Recycling sounds good on its own, but when it's done right, it's even more rewarding. And with Green Depot's express service, there's no waiting. Just drop and go. Who wouldn't love the sound of that? Visit greendepotnl.ca to learn more.
Well, welcome back to the Munn Fieldhouse. My name is Seth Hyde alongside Matt Little for the gold medal game between Team Alberta and Team Ontario. Great first half of basketball. And we have some replays for you, some highlights of that first half. Here's a three-pointer from number 3, Pippa Gibb. That was the first action of this game. Then another corner three by Team Alberta, Ashley Newman. They're not done yet. Ailey Marshall wants to get in on the mix. The bench absolutely loving it. But Ontario had some highlights as well. There's a beautiful fadeaway by Shantae Murray. And then it's Ocean Dennis saying, why are you giving me this much space? I'm going to do that. And then there's a beautiful slippery pass through to Avery Verhaag to put it up. And this is going to be a dandy second half. Both these teams looking to leave it all out there.
37-25, that's a pretty healthy lead for Team Alberta right now, but certainly nothing insurmountable for a team like Ontario. They've got all the weapons to be able to come back and do this right now. I tell you right now, Seth, one of these things that I'm seeing in this game is that if you're in the position, go ahead and foul. We have had, between the two teams, at the line, 22 attempts. Guess how many have gone in? 9.
Wow. There's a stat.
5 of 11 on the free throw line for Ontario, and 4 of 11 for Alberta. That is something that everybody here would be 90% or above in practice. But in the gold medal game, the free throw shooting has been poor. And that's across the board on both sides. Otherwise, not a whole lot separating the teams. Just Alberta got out there in front, and they've managed to maintain that advantage the whole way through.
Well, as the great Canadian band Triumph said, will it be the same old story all over again? Ontario has not led yet this game. BC never led all game until the final minutes of the fourth quarter last game, or the final seconds of the fourth quarter last game. So are we going to see the same type of thing playing out here? We shall find out, but Alberta is not going to let that happen very easily, as it's Amanda Gus kicking it out for Ashley Newman, who takes a step in, puts it up, and it rolls off the rim, and Ontario will take it back the other way. Smith to Corrigal. Corrigal playing it in. Sent back out for Murray. Murray back to Smith. Smith to Robinson. Robinson to Smith. Smith, oh, beautiful move from Smith. Had to get it off quickly to beat the shot clock. Possession is still going Alberta's way on jump balls, as the Ontario guys looking on in the background, ready for their gold medal tilt against Team Alberta. Coming up next.
Yeah, you know the programs are strong when we have the exact same gold medal match in both men's and women's.
Well, the Alberta bench has made lots of noise all the way through this game, and they're not slacking off in the second half. As Newman goes in, rolls off the rim and out, as it's Robinson. Robinson passes off. Corrigal sends it into the paint for Verhaag, who spins away, tried to put up the bucket, couldn't get it to fall. Now it's Shantae Murray for Robinson. Robinson passing it out to Corrigal. Corrigal moves in, losing that one, and back comes Alberta. It's Amanda Gus. Gus will pull up a three. Couldn't get that one. Rebound is still bouncing around. It looks like a jump ball, and Alberta will get possession in dangerous territory. Or no, it looks like this will go to Ontario now.
It's almost 2 minutes into the second half. No score between the two teams here in the second half of the match.
Well, 2 minutes in. Ontario looking to get on the board. Be the first team to get on the board here in the second half. Shantae Murray just couldn't get it through. Now here comes Alberta. That's a lovely feed to Newman, who laid it up but just couldn't get the friendly roll. Now back out to Richardson, who makes one more pass to Gibb. Now it'll be kicked back out. 5 seconds left to go on the shot clock. That one sails right over the rim. And Ontario will gather the rebound. Shantae Murray. Laid it out for Scarlett Smith. Knocked away by Team Alberta. The defending has really come out to play here to start off the second half.
Now starting to approach 3 minutes into the second half with no points.
Here's Amanda Gus passing it over, and there's our first points of the half. It's going to be Olivia Richardson from beyond the arc, picking up 3 huge points for Team Alberta to make this a 15-point lead, their biggest lead of this game.
That's where you want to be, opening up your biggest lead in the second half. I know it's very early in the second half, but Alberta just keeps inching little bit further ahead and make it a little bit more.
Yeah, there's some more by Nanny. Timeout, Alberta fired up. A flying start to the second half of basketball for Alberta. I mean, look at this dish right there. Nanny in the end zone to put it up. And there's the three-pointer from Richardson. Swish, nothing but net. The bench absolutely loving life here in St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. And part of that is because they're here in the beautiful city of St. John's as well. Everybody should be loving life here this week.
Well, of course. In all fairness, it has been a wonderful week of competition at the Canada Games here in St. John's. You know, I've gotten to take in a lot of different things, as you have, Seth. Just going around yesterday, I found myself downtown at night after the games. I got to see the flame burning downtown in front of the Mary Brown Center for the first time in person. That's a great sight down there. It looks amazing.
Absolutely, and it's really cool that they have that burning for the entire 2 weeks. That's such a cool thing that they do. Well, today's the first day of the true Newfoundland and Labrador weather we usually get here. It's a chilly one in the capital city, but you got to have one of those days in 2 weeks, especially here in St. John's. We've been putting on our best behavior, our best weather. Oh, beautiful fake by Ontario there on the board for the first time in the second half. And it's the woman who got him on the board for the first time in the first half, Akila Bailey.
Well noted, Seth.
Here's Pippa Gibb. Playing it out to Marshall. Marshall back in for Nanny. Nanny to the rim. Oh my goodness. What a move by Nanny. Slipping through and putting it up for 2 points. And now a beautiful pass. Ontario wanted a foul there. Coach Christine Hyde can't believe it. Here's Marshall putting it up, and that's good for Alberta.
Well, Nanny says, not in my house. Not at Nan's house. As we would say in Newfoundland and Labrador. Boom! From downtown.
Cora Gale putting in 3 points. Those are her first points of the night, if you can believe it. She's been all over the ball so far. Put up for 3, it's good! Pippa Gibb from downtown once again. And this is almost a 20-point lead for Team Alberta.
Literally all Gibb does is hit threes. Every score she has had in this game has been from beyond the arc.
Sent down low, put up at the rim. Alberta moving the ball nicely in their own end. They got to get it down before that clock hits 16, and they just will in the nick of time. As it's sent out, will this be another 3-ball? Marshall with the step back. Oh, she had a highlight reel play brewing there. Just couldn't put the exclamation point on it. Nice play at that. It's Cora Gale. Handing it over for Bailey. Bailey drives to the paint and lays it up for 2 points. Akila Bailey, 4 points in the second half for Ontario so far. It's Pippa Gibb now. Puts it up. Oh, just off the front of the rim. And tipped out of play by Ontario. Ball to Alberta.
Gibb brings a lot to the table, of course, for Team Alberta. Last year, she was at Nationals, helped Alberta place 3rd overall in that competition. Was an all-star there, and also this year competed for the Team Canada U16 at the FIBA Americas tournament.
Shantae Murray putting that up for 2 points. Amanda Gus holding on to the ball. It's Gus who had 5 points in the first half. Every player that has touched the court for Team Alberta at least having a bucket in this game so far. And they'll add another one right there. That's going to be Alfreda Okole. It's Mazuka. Busting in, spinning, putting a bit of flair on that one. Jump ball. And this is going to go Alberta's way, says one official. Subs coming in. Amaya Robinson checking back into the game for Team Ontario. Well, the Alberta chants ringing out here at the Fieldhouse. They've got lots to be happy about right now. Heads into the paint. Okole spinning. And once again, Christine Hyde was looking for a travel there, talking in the referee's ear, saying that has to be one. But there was a foul committed in the paint. Let's take a closer look at this. Yeah, there it is right there. She had to travel to try to get through. Maya Mazuka can't believe that call.
No, absolutely stunned. And then once she recovered from the stun, gave a couple of words as well to try to plead her case. Ontario obviously frustrated and only growing more so as this game goes on, and Alberta stretches that lead, but there's another free throw that does not go in.
Well, I can't believe there's only 2:43 left to go. It feels like we look down and watch the play happen, and now we're almost done this third quarter. So if Ontario wants a comeback, they're going to have to at least start something now. But then again, BC's comeback was mainly in the fourth quarter as well. They got to get their shooters shooting. In this one, they're playing a bit uptight right now. They're just trying to drive the paint, drive the paint. There's been multiple three-pointers where they've stepped in and tried to bring it to the basket. They just have to take the shot. They have to take the shot and just hope they can get the rebound. As the great Wayne Gretzky says, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And Ontario have to take those shots.
Ontario need to get you down on the bench coaching in this one, Seth.
Well, listen, I mean, there's already one Hyde down there. Let's make it two. Here's Robinson. Over for Visjenbach. Passing it out, and it's good! Well, there's the sharpshooters. Shantae Murray for Ontario. Picking up just their 7th three ball of the night. Here's Gus, handing it off for Marshall. That's coughed up. Here comes Ontario. Maybe a chance here for Visjenbach as she'll play it out. Here's another three. Oh, just off the mark. Well, they took the shot that time, Matt. See, that's the Hyde connection here. Christine picking it up down on the bench. But Alberta relentless. It's Amanda Gus. So good in this game for Alberta. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Gus just gonna heave it up and bank it in. Oh my goodness. You gotta love a shot like that by Amanda Gus, putting it up and saying a prayer. And that's what happens when you shoot the ball, Matt. That's what happens when you take those chances. Now it's Shantae Murray busting to the rim and laying it up for 2 points. Here's Amanda Gus once again. Gus passes it through. Lovely feed from her. And it's going to be Okole who will go to the line to shoot 2. But Amanda Gus, again, we talked about this in the first half. Ailey Marshall, Amanda Gus, Pippa Gibb, all 3 guards, they have been the quarterbacks of this Alberta offense. And no matter who's in the game, whatever combo it is, all 3 of them work like magic. It's unbelievable.
And just coming up through the system, coming up through the program, Amanda Gus, 17, Ailey Marshall, 16, Pippa Gibb, just 15 years old for this Alberta team.
Well, 08, 09, and 2010 went 3 for 3 right there, 1 each year.
The Viking clap for Ontario.
Well, that's got to be intimidating to take a free throw against. And off for Vishenbach. He ripped the ball away, but Okole took over. And it's Newman who passes it across for Gibb. There's Gibb, sending it back for Newman. Now in the paint for Okole. Okole puts it up. She's stuffed in front of the net. As it's Robinson leading the charge for Ontario. The Ontario fans getting some life here. Both coaches of both of these teams so vocal on the sideline. Look at Megan Wickstorm over there pointing with so much animation over there. It's like she's on the floor. A deep 3 at the end of the 3rd quarter. 54-40 for Alberta as we head into the final quarter of the gold medal game. Ontario looking for an unlikely comeback, but nothing's impossible, folks. You're watching the gold medal game live from the Munn Fieldhouse. Seth Hyde, Matt Little on the call for the 2025 Canada Summer Games.
Everything has brought her to this moment. She inches closer to the edge and summons the courage to leap. Because she knows the only way out is across when the floor is lava. Every big moment starts small.
Drinking more of summer with Tim's new iced lattes, now whipped for a silky smooth taste. Pairs perfectly with having nowhere to be. Or remembering you have a bunch of places to be. Try a smooth iced latte today in flavors like new brown sugar.
Now you can shop smarter at Canadian Tire. With same-day pickup or same-day delivery. So you don't have to shelve projects for later. Shop smarter at Canadian Tire.
Atlantic Lottery is proud to sponsor important community initiatives like this year's Canada Games.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're back for the 4th quarter of the gold medal game in these 2025 Canada Summer Games. What a fast week 1 it has been. As the fans making some noise for the t-shirt toss. As Ontario looking to make one of the greatest comebacks in Canada Games history here if they can pull this off. If they can pull this comeback off, Matt, I think we've seen everything here in week 1.
Well, good news, Ontario. BC came back in the last game from farther down than this in the 4th quarter.
Well, and that's a great start.
That's how you get it going.
Vishenbach putting that up from mid-range to get 2 points for Ontario to get things started. And now they're going to get the ball back. Ontario rolling to get things going here. Ball goes up, but Alberta going to grab the board and take it up the other way. Look at that wide open left side. What a step by Gus. Oh, hauled down. No foul on the play for Ontario. Alberta bench didn't like that quite too much. As it's Mazuka sending it along. 3 balls up, just wide. Alberta looking to get the rebound, and they will. It's Gus. Amanda Gus kicking it out to Newman. Back to Gus. Oh, what a pass to Newman! And she puts it just wide. Now here's Richardson playing it out. It's given away. Here's Mazuka for Ontario, laying it up for 2 points. The ravaging Reds are off to a ravaging start to this fourth quarter. This defense is unbelievable. Here comes Alberta. It's Richardson putting it up just off the mark. Tipped out of play. Ontario's way.
Things just change so quickly in this sport. You get a block, you're down. You get a rebound, you're down the court again. And Ontario has turned this into a now 10-point lead for Team Alberta.
Well, I don't know what Christine Hyde said in that huddle, but it obviously worked out for Ontario here as they won't get the friendly roll, but they'll snatch the ball right back again. It's put up, and Ocean Dennis couldn't get the shot to fall. Alberta pinned in their own territory here. 4 seconds. They got to get it down. Ontario just all over them. And Ontario won an 8-second violation. They're going to get it. This defense is absolutely buzzing.
Smothering Alberta there. The big chuck across the line to try to get that ball to beat out the clock, but just couldn't do it.
The 8-second violation against Alberta. It looked like the referees were going to miss it there for a second. Ontario fans and players flipping out, but they did get the call, and they got the call right.
Hard to miss it when you've got half of this gym yelling at you. Remind you of exactly what the call is there.
Here's Shantae Murray. Fade away, just wide. Ontario working hard to keep it in, but Alberta going to take it back the other way. Ontario's defense has been great so far. They just haven't been able to capitalize on offense. And it's Pippa Gibb from beyond the arc for her 12th point of the evening.
3, 3, 3, 3 for number 3.
Well, the Ontario fans starting to come alive to encourage their team. They're down by 13 now. As it's Pippa Gibb. Don't you dare take that in past the line. She's only scored 3 so far. Can't seem to get the layup. It's only fitting that number 3 got 4 threes. Here's Corrigal against Gibb. Corrigal passing it into the paint. Oh, what a stuff! 2 stuffs! Alberta with no regard for human life. That's kicked out beyond the arc. Ontario can't get the shot to fall. Sent back in again, put up, and good this time around. Scarlett Smith tapping that off the glass. 57-46.
There you go, Ontario. That's now 3 players that have picked up their first points of the match here in this second half. Ontario getting a little bit more scoring up and down the lineup.
Well, timeout to Team Alberta. And like we talked about a couple of moments ago, if Ontario can start hitting their shots, the comeback is on.
It is certainly all to play for at this point. Things are getting intense. We're seeing some big passes. We're seeing hard work underneath the rim going on for both of these teams. 4, 5, 6 players in there, all grabbing at the ball, trying to get clean possession of it, where they can find a teammate, find somebody in some open space. Well, it's Ontario making the most of it right now.
The score in this fourth quarter so far, 7-6 for Alberta, so a lot better than the rest of the game for Team Ontario. The Viking clap being broken back out here by Team Ontario. What a great shot by our crew here at Universal Media. Looking to lift their team to an improbable comeback in the gold medal game. As we're back in play. It's up to Nanny, and now to Newman. Back for Gibb. Gibbs sending it way back for Gus. Back for Gibb again. Gibb putting that up. Couldn't get that shot down. Here comes Ontario on the counter. Oh, what a beautiful fake by Corrigal. Faked out her own teammates. Looked like she was going to jump up and shoot it, and she just zinged it right across.
I mean, looking for Murray heading toward the basket is never a bad play.
Cole couldn't get possession. Ontario wanted another travel there. It's Gus. Out to Gibb. Leaving it for Newman. Sent in by Richardson. Stolen by Ontario. It's Corrigal. Over for Shantae Murray. Here's Murray. Coming in, trying to put it up, and a shooting foul coming up. Murray going back to the line. Ontario needs something now. 5:51. Alberta can taste the gold medal.
Well, it starts with free throws from the line, Seth. Going to be 2 shots in here. This is something that just about every player on this court could normally do in their sleep. But it's been difficult here in the gold medal game for both teams.
There's the first one missed by Murray.
Dropping one can make it another 10 points. We stay at 11.
Murray can't get either to go down. Mazuka getting ready to check back into the game for Ontario as Alberta has the ball. Tipped back. Alberta going to let it go out. Smart heads-up play by Pippa Gibb. And it'll be Alberta possession as Mazuka checks back into the game for Scarlett Smith. Richardson tried to keep it in. Ball will go the other way for Ontario. $11-point deficit still for Team O. It's Corrigal. Most of this lineup has looked the same for Ontario throughout this fourth quarter. Despite a couple of minor changes, it's been the same core as Corrigal with a no-look pass into the paint. And it looks like another shooting foul against Alberta. They've had a lot of those this game, but again, Ontario just haven't been able to get them to fall.
Yeah, free throws are fantastic if you can rack these up, but if you can't get them to drop, it doesn't do any good.
Bernard can't get the first one to go. And Gwinnard can't get the second one to fall either. Mazuka will do a nice job of keeping it in. Ontario will snatch the ball back. 5 seconds to get a shot off here for Corrigal. Corrigal. That's going to be a travel against her. Everybody holding their breath for a second. And it is going to be Alberta possession.
Yeah, man, in football, you can decline a penalty. Can you decline free throws in basketball? Because it doesn't seem to be doing either team any good.
Well, here comes Team Alberta. Coming in. Ontario looked to have another defensive stop. It's kicked out to beyond the arc to Gibb, and she can't get that shot to fall. Now back out again. A jumble of Alberta players there. It's going to be Amanda Gus laying it up, and she can't get the friendly roll.
Not rewarded for the hard work. Gus, she made a lovely turn. Some great acceleration to get that ball, keep it in. And the Ontario shot over top of the rim.
They just can't seem to hit the bullseye in this game as Gibb passes it off for Gus. Back to Gibb again. Gibb twisting, giving it back to Gus. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Alberta looking to do it here, but that'll go out of play and will go Ontario's way. It seems the shot clock ticks away really fast here in this Canada Summer Games.
It certainly does when you're looking for options and you just can't find any. Ontario has been doing good, throwing up a big red wall in front of those Alberta players inside their area, inside their arc, inside the paint. It's been hard for either of these teams to score a lot of points here as this fourth quarter's gone on.
It's Robinson cutting it back to Mazuka. Mazuka back to Robinson. Pump fake, 2 seconds and 1, putting it up. Rebound collected by Alberta.
And we've been stuck at 57-46 for quite a while.
I was just going to say, we haven't had points in a hot minute here. As it's Nanny. Out to Richardson. Richardson all the way in, goes to ground. Ontario looking to get the ball back, and that's going to be a jump ball. That will go Alberta's way. No, this is going to go Ontario's way. The referees were pointing that it was going to go to Alberta. Alberta saying that it's their possession. Yes, it is. It is going to be Alberta ball.
Yeah, their coach was yelling that there was only going to be 3 seconds of the shot clock or something to that effect. Now we've moved all around here.
Put up right away by Alberta at the end of the shot clock. These teams love to use those full 24 seconds.
If you're Ontario, you don't have 24 seconds every time you're in possession right now. Cut it to about 15, 12 if you can.
Here's Robinson into the paint, and we finally got some points here. This is now down to a 9-point game. 3 3-pointers from Ontario. They can't let Alberta score. Alberta definitely going to try to use those 24 seconds.
It's just such a relief for Ontario to be single digit behind. That's got to give you a little bit of life.
And oh my goodness, Nanny once again towering over Ontario, still with no regard for human life. That block is feisty as a Canada Goose right there. Look at that. Swats it right out of the air. A big block for Alberta.
Down. The stare after the block.
So Alberta stole the ball, took it down the court, but they stepped out of play, so it's back to Ontario again. Put in play. Bailey throwing up a fist. Obviously a play coming up for Ontario. It's Robinson. 1 second left. They got to heave this up. Can't get the shot to go down. Alberta will get possession. And yeah, this will go Alberta's way. Substitute coming in for Ontario. Shante Murray, a player you'd love to have out there for these last 2 minutes and 8 seconds. The comeback very unlikely for Ontario now as the clock drains out very fast for this gold medal game. We're going to finish way ahead of schedule here if it stays on this pace. Here's Amanda Gus. Oh, beautiful passing by Alberta to work it down the floor. Nanny looking to get the shot off. She still has the ball, and she's trying to get the rebound back, but Ontario will rip it out of her hands. It's Firth moving it forward for Murray. Murray cutting to the paint, and it's good. 7-point game with 1:43 left to go now. Ontario need to bring back the defense they had at the start of this fourth quarter, and they can't let Alberta have a sniff. Here's Nanny spinning away, and it's a travel for Nanny. A huge turnover, and it's back in Ontario hands.
That's a tough break. Nanny has been a warrior for Team Alberta throughout this.
Well, I heard the whistle and I saw the Ontario bench cheering, and I was like, what are you cheering for? Shooting foul. But no, it's a travel against Alberta as Corrigal brings it up.
She's been working so hard under the basket for Alberta.
And this will go right back to Alberta again. So timeout being called here in a 7-point gold medal game. Ontario, if they're going to start hitting shots, they're going to need to start hitting them now.
Yeah, we are going to need to see that three-point ball come out. Yes, they've got time, but to bring it down and, you know, score 4 layups, not allowing Alberta to get a single point in the process, it's a tough ask. It's a real tough ask. Ontario's in there. They've got a chance. But it is gonna be tough.
It's absolutely gonna be tough. 7-point deficit. Where is Tracy McGrady when you need him?
That would help.
13 and 33 for McGrady in that historic, memorable game against the Spurs back in the early 2000s. Ontario gonna need a T-Mac of their own here. Alberta gonna have to get it up. And they will, as Nanny passing it over. Alberta have not got a point in a long time here. They might have one now. It's Nanny putting Alberta back on the board. That could be the dagger for the gold medal for Alberta. Last minute of play in the fourth quarter. Ontario going to turn it over. And surely now Alberta have one hand on the gold medal. Here's Gus. Moving it forward to Nanny. Back to Gus. Gus going to kill off lots of time. Reset at center. And Gus going to draw a foul. Ontario going to put some last-minute subs in here to see if they can make an impact.
Yeah, that's the time we're at now for Ontario. They've got a foul.
Ball inbounded to Gus. Being double teamed here by Ontario. Sent back across for Richardson. Richardson in the paint for Nanny. Nanny puts it up and it's good! Alberta can see the gold medal. Ontario looking to still make this interesting. It's Shantae Murray putting it up. Corrigal getting it down. Ontario have another bucket. And timeout here, Alberta, no. 23.9 seconds away from golden glory. Their fans on their feet.
Ontario hung around. They got that deficit down as far as 7. It sits at 9 right now. I mean, is the score at a striking distance? No, but with the time on the clock, awfully tough. They would need something miraculous at this point.
They'd have to turn this game onto rookie mode if they wanted to make this comeback here. They could still make this interesting.
Again, Ontario's in it. They've never been out of the matchup the whole way through. But they've been chasing right from the opening ball. And Alberta managed to keep themselves ahead. Sometimes by as much as 15 points, sometimes by as few as 7. But they've kept that red sports car in the rearview mirror.
Well, 4th 14 seconds on the shot clock for Alberta. They can hold on to it for the rest of the game. Look at their fans up on their feet. What a picture that is. Thank you to Universum for another wonderful shot. An intentional foul by Ontario. Alberta will check it in on the baseline. 14 seconds on the shot clock, 20.4 in the game. Inbounded to the corner. It's Ashley Newman, who's going to get another foul drawn with 17.5 remaining and still 14 left on the shot clock. It's Gus who will take over, and another foul by Ontario to push this time around. Another inbound for Alberta. And they'll get fouled again. And this time they'll finally be able to head to the line. First free throw is off the mark from Gus. Second one is up and good to make this a 10-point lead. Ontario still in search of points. It's Corrigal. Corrigal handing it off. Ontario looking for one more. Shantae Murray will put it up. 4.1 seconds left. Ontario not going to give him any space. Timeout being called for Alberta with 4.1 left to go. And I think this is to just sit and sink it in.
I mean, we've been delaying the inevitable for the past full minute in this game.
Alberta know. Their fans know. They deserve this. They played one heck of a ball game. Throwing up 37 points in the first half. 25 in the second. And look at the fans going crazy here. Look at that Team Alberta cowbell. That's a jumbo cowbell right there. Make as much noise as you can. Your girls are about to be gold medalists at the Canada Summer Games. Look, the emotion starting to set in for those girls. The final inbound will come into the paint for Nanny. Nanny will play it back out. Drink it in, ladies! You're champions of Canada! Alberta has struck gold in Newfoundland and Labrador, defeating Ontario by a score of 62-54 in what was an all-time classic of a gold medal game. Well, Matt, what a gold medal game from both of these heavyweights. So well done. At the end of the day, both of them coming away with a medal for the medal table. Well, folks, what a gold medal game. Be sure to be kind to one another, stay safe, and join us for Alberta and Ontario in the men's division coming up next.
Dylan's always been passionate about being around the water, and each time he's been to the Canada Games, he just keeps improving.
Having a father as my coach is special to me because we have common interests that we love. I am very proud to represent Nova Scotia for a second time. I'm looking forward to trying to make improvements to my strokes to get personal best times.
Having a child with a disability doesn't mean that you can't be on a stage like this. There is a place.
Here, Dad, this is for you, for all your loving support.
Thanks, son.